Today we are going behind the scenes of the internet to uncover 7 networking protocols that make everything from browsing to gaming possible. So let's start with our 7 networking protocols you use every day without even knowing. Number 1. Domain Name System DNS, which is also called the Internet's phone book. So, when you type google.com and it magically opens this site, that's DNS, the domain name system. It translates each to remember names in actual IP addresses like 172.217.3.110, which your computer uses to find the server. The cool facts right behind is that without DNS, we would all be trying and typing IP addresses. Imagine remembering numbers for every website. So let's say it that DNS is the phone book of the internet, but way smarter and faster. Okay, so let's move on to our next um, networking protocol, which is the teletype network, also known as the telnet. The OG remote access to telnet, short for the teletype network, lets you remotely log into another machine using simply type commands. This teletype network was created back in the 60s and it's now still around through rarely used today. But heads up, it's unsecure. It sends your data in plain text, including passwords. The cool line here is that Telnet is like the remote control for your computer, with the front door wide open. Yeah, that's correct. So let's move on to our number third protocol, which is the User Datagram Protocol, also called the UDP, Speed over Safety. UDP, or the User Datagram Protocol, is all about speed. It sends data quickly without checking if it gets delivered or not. So that's why UDP is used in the online gaming, video streaming, voice and video calls. Here, the main motto is that the UDP's motto is that send it and forget it. It's fast but doesn't say sorry if things go missing. Okay, so let's move on to our number fourth internet protocol. Is the Internet Control Message Protocol, ICMP, the Internet Detective. So let's start with that. The network detective ICMP stands for the Internet Control Message Protocol, and it's the brain behind the ping command. It sends little messages like, "Hey, are you online?" and waits for a reply. It helps diagnose network issues and check whether devices can talk to each other. Simply, we can say that ICMP is like the postman knocking on the door to see if anyone's home before delivering the mail. So, number fifth, let's get into that. In Exterior Gateway Protocol (EGP), which is also called the Old School Navigator. It's like that only. So EGP, or the Exterior Gateway Protocol, was once used to help routers share path into between different networks or autonomous systems. So these days it's mostly replaced by the broader gateway protocols, also called the BGP. the routing backbone of the internet. So, EGP is like the early GPS for the internet. It got us shared, but BGP runs the show now. Let's move on to our number six, which is the Transport Layer Security, also called the TLS. This is your internet bodyguard, as I've mentioned. Your internet bodyguard here. TLS, short for the Transport Layer Security. It's what keeps your online data safe and private. Every time you visit an HTTPS website, which is Hypertext Transfer Protocol Services, and see the icon, the log icon, okay, that's TLS working to encrypt everything. It protects things like the passwords, messages, and payment into from being intercepted. The fun fact is that the TLS is the superhero cape your browser wears to keep you safe while suffering. Okay, so let's move on to our number seven. This one is the last protocol that I will mention here. Uh, so after that, I'm going to discuss you about the conclusion of our topic regarding all the protocols that I've mentioned. So let's complete this seven number, this FTP, which is very common, the classic file mover. Okay, let's start without. Okay, so FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. It also helps move file between computers, especially between your machine and the web server. But traditionally, FTP sends everything unencrypted, okay? Kind of like mailing a postcard that anyone can read. That's why people now use like several options like SFTP or FTPS. Okay, so FTP is the original file mover. Just make sure to lock your suitcase. Okay. So let me say the conclusion about all the topics which I've mentioned you from number one to number seven. Starting from the domain name system DNS, then the teletype network, which is also called the telnet, and the User Datagram Protocol UDP, the Internet Control Message Protocol ICMP, then the Exterior Gateway Protocol EGP, then the Transport Layer Security TLS, then the then the File Transfer Protocol FTP. Okay, so let's start with number one. DNS, a commonly used protocol that provides name resolution so that users can access network resources by name instead of memorizing the IP address. Okay, and you will also know about the teletype. I'm just saying. Okay, so what is teletype? It is a network protocol that allows users to connect to servers using a Telnet client application. The Telnet is primarily used for remotely managing devices such as network hardware. Number three, we have know about the UDP, which is also the speed over safety, a protocol that operates at the transport layer of the TCP or the IP and OSI network models. UDP ensures that traffic reaches the correct application on the destination computer. So let's move on to the ICMP, which is the Internet Control Message Protocol, ICMP, which is also called the Network Detective. A protocol used for controlled tasks and every IP implementations, for example, the ICMP echo request, which is PING command, can be used to check IP communication between two computers. Okay, so let's move on to the Exterior Gateway Protocol (EGP), number fifth. So EGP is commonly used to exchange the routing table information between two neighbor gateway hosts. What do you mean by the gateway? So a gateway is used to connect the two different networks, especially if they use different protocols by translation the protocols as needed. Okay, so let's move on to number six, the transport layer security, TLS, your internet bodyguard. Sorry, for the inconvenience. Okay, so number six one is your internet bodyguard. So what is TLS? Which we can also say as the internet bodyguard. Why is it called so? Let me explain you. Uh, this is a cryptographic protocol that creates the secure private network connections. The TLS is used by like anyone browsing the web when they visit an HTTPS enabled address website. Okay, so thus we can say that TLS is your internet bodyguard. That's it. Number seven, we have found out that file transfer protocol (FTP), the classic file mover. Okay, so it is a standard protocol used to transfer files between computers. Users can use this FTP client to connect to an FTP server to upload or download files. So these are some of the interesting facts and protocols that I've mentioned today regarding this seven network protocol you use daily is what I have mentioned throughout my video. So from DNS helping you load websites to TLS keeping you safe on the web, they are the invisible heroes of the internet. So if this video made networking a little less scary, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more tech made simple. Okay? Drop a comment and tell me which protocol surprised you the most. Let me have in the comment box. For now,